Hey everyone, it's Rebecca with the Revenue Rundown here for Season 3. If you've watched the Revenue Rundown in the past, you'll notice that things are a little different. We're now coming at you live from the concourse level of the Municipal Services Building, and I'm not standing next to my guest, who for Season 3 debut is First Deputy Commissioner Kathleen McColgan. Hey Kathleen.
Hey Rebecca, how are you? Hi everybody else.
So I think revenue employees are pretty amazing. Some might even say superheroes, but we're not immune from COVID, at least not yet. So for this show, we're taking the same precautions that we take with our staff and with our customers and our taxpayers. Kathleen is in her office and I'm in my office, and we are talking through a Teams phone call. So but we're recording them. We're recording the visuals in different rooms, but we're talking together at the same time. For this season, we have a lot planned. I think we're going to keep it super fun, but still super informative. We're talking about property taxes, water bills, business taxes, and a whole lot more. Today, we're talking about real estate tax bills. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And I especially want to thank you in advance for helping us get this information to all Philadelphians. So you can do that by liking this video, by reposting the video. I'm looking at you, CDCs, community development corporations. If you work with the community and you are helping to educate residents about topics that are of interest to them, topics that can help them, please, I hope that you're sharing our videos with them and your constituents. Okay, so Kathleen, let's talk about real estate tax bills. They were recently mailed. So when is real estate tax due?
Okay, yeah, that's right. So we mailed out approximately 342,000 real estate bills in early December, and they're due March 31st of this year.
So this is a big project for us. It's huge, right? 340,000 bills is nothing to sneeze at.
It's always a big project for us every year. It takes a lot of coordination, a lot of team effort among our staff. But of course, it was particularly challenging this year with the pandemic. So it's a really big accomplishment to have met all our deadlines with that mailing.
Right, and this is especially important because 55% of the real estate tax that we collect goes directly to the school district of Philadelphia, and then the rest goes to fund essential city services, including managing health emergencies like the one we're in. Okay, last year, the real estate tax was due on a different date, but it's still due March 31st this year.
Yes.
Yeah, in 2021.
Yes, it is. Last year, things were a little bit different because the pandemic hit really right before the due date. So we were able to give customers the opportunity to pay by June 15th without interest and penalty. But this year, the due date is March 31st, and so that's back to normal.
Okay, great. At least one thing's back to normal, right?
Yes, exactly.
And we used to give homeowners a 1% discount for paying before the end of February. But it's not the case anymore, is it?
No, unfortunately, this is the first year that the 1% discount is not applied. So it was an unfortunate consequence of the pandemic and budgetary constraints. So this year, there is no 1%, and the tax is due by March 31st.
Okay, and so given that we're in a global health crisis, what is the best way to pay?
Yeah, so hands down, paying us online is always the best way to pay us. So, that was what we strongly encouraged before the pandemic, but it's even more important now during the pandemic so that we can maintain social distance to keep our staff and customers safe. So we recommend people pay their real estate tax online. And if they pay via e-check, there's no fee. If they pay via credit card or debit card, then fees apply.
And if you're planning to pay online, the URL or the website that you go to is phila.gov/pay, P-A-Y. And we will put all of the websites, all the phone numbers, everything that we reference, we will make sure that they go in the comments of this video. Okay, so and e-check is free, right?
It is free.
Okay. And I'm sure you said that. I just want to make sure
it's
that
free
people at home,
and it's easy. Yes.
Yeah. What if the internet is just like not your thing? There's a lot of people who aren't comfortable with the internet.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because even though we strongly encourage electronic payments, there are other ways to pay us. So you can pay us by calling our payment line And you can also pay with the same methods, e-check, and it's still free. And you can also pay by credit card and debit card, and the same fees apply if you pay over the phone. You have the option also to pay us through the mail. So you can send your check and your payment coupon into us, and we'll process that payment. The one thing I just want to point out is due to the pandemic, and one of the reasons that we encourage electronic payments is because you can incur delays if you pay it through the mail.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point, Kathleen. And if you're looking for the phone number to pay over the phone, it's 877-309-3710. And for anybody who doesn't know, like an e-check, it just means like electronic check, but it's basically like you look at your actual checkbook, like you pull out a paper check, and either the website or the phone line is going to ask you for the routing number, which is a 9-digit number on the lower, the bottom line of your check, and then your account number. So it's exactly as if you mailed us a paper check, except that you're giving us the information that would normally be on your paper check. So it is super easy. And
yeah. And I'll just point out also, Rebecca, that when you do that, like you said, it's essentially like you're paying us by paper check, but you don't have to worry about a check getting lost in the mail or there being delays. And also, since you mentioned where the routing number and account number on the check, I just wanted to point out that when somebody's paying online, the application actually shows you where to look for that information on your check. So it kind of prompts you through where to get that.
Right. And if you pay online, you also get an immediate email confirmation that it's taken care of. So you have kind of that immediate receipt.
Yes.
If you're going to pay by mail, we have a special mailing address for real estate tax payments. And again, we'll put this in the comments. It's P.O. Box 8409, Philadelphia, PA 19101-8409. And it's really important that you include a payment coupon with your bill, a payment coupon which comes with your bill, and you write the tax type and an account number on your check. So that's just some extra tips to make sure that check gets to where it's supposed to go. So Kathleen, what if I have to pay in person? What if I want to pay in cash?
Well, we do understand that some people pay by cash, and so they need that option available to them. So we have opened our municipal services building cashiering center so that people can schedule appointments and come on site safely to make payments in person. I do just want to point out, though, that our satellite offices in North Philadelphia and the Northeast office are not open, so please don't go to a closed office. If you need to make a payment in person, contact us to schedule an appointment and come to the municipal services building.
Right, and so remind me again, what's the phone number to call if you want to make an appointment?
You can call our business line, 215-686-6600, or our real estate line, 215-686-6442. On both of those lines, there's a push-out option number 3 that will take you to a representative that will help you schedule an appointment.
Okay, and then if you want to do it online, you can use www.phila.gov/revenue/payment-appointment.
Yes.
And so you're going to need to bring your bill. And if you forget your bill, it's not the worst, but it does mean that we have to send you to Taxpayer Services to print one out. So it's more convenient if you bring the bill. And you're also going to need to bring a mask because masks are required in the Municipal Services building. And you should bring the confirmation, some sort of proof of confirmation of your appointment. So that could be the text, right? Kathleen, what else could that be?
So online, there's a confirmation that if you schedule an appointment online, there's a confirmation that's texted to you. And if you call us and schedule an appointment, then you should receive an email confirming your appointment.
Okay. And then when you're visiting MSB, it's really important that you follow some of the other safety protocols, like waiting to be called to the cashier or to approach the cashier once you've been called rather than just walking up to the counter. And then you'll see the floors marked. It's like every other place that you've been in throughout the pandemic. But Kathleen, not everybody gets a real estate tax bill. Like, why is that?
No, that's right. Some people pay their real estate tax throughout the year to their mortgage or banking institution. So with their mortgage payment, their real estate tax is included in that. And for those people, when we're sending out bills, the amount due would be sent to that banking institution so that they know to pay it on behalf of the customers. So if you're one of the people who have pay your real estate tax through that process, then you don't need to do anything. And if you're not sure, then you can just reach out to your lender and confirm. Also, I'd like to point out that customers have the option to go online after the due date just to check their balance. They can look that up with their property address and see that there's no balance due. So they have some peace of mind that it was paid on their behalf.
Right. And I mean, ultimately, it is the taxpayer's responsibility to know if their bank is remitting on their behalf, right?
It is.
Yeah. So if you don't know, check with your bank. And if you were supposed to get a bill and you didn't, you can print a real estate tax coupon or payment coupon yourself.
Yes, you can.
Right. And we have a step-by-step video to show you how to do that, and we'll definitely put that link in the comments. But you can find it at on YouTube at youtube.com/philarevenue.
Yeah, and Rebecca, also, if someone doesn't have access to the internet, they can also email us at revenue@phila.gov to request a payment coupon to be mailed to them, or they can also call 686-6442 and we'll mail one out.
Right. You can call, if you don't have access to the internet, you can call us at 215-686-6442. Okay, one last really, really important question, Kathleen. What if you cannot pay?
If you can't pay, which we absolutely understand that this is a very challenging financial time for people, the best thing to do is to make sure that you contact us right away. We have really affordable payment arrangement options, such as our owner-occupied payment agreements, and your payments are based on your income. But really the worst thing you can do is to do nothing and then just fall further behind, and then also incur additional costs like interest and penalty. So if that is the case, please reach out to us so that we can help you get into an agreement.
Absolutely. And anyone who lives and owns their home can qualify for an owner-occupied payment agreement. So if you own a property and don't live in it, there are still payment agreement options available. So please, as Kathleen says, reach out to us. You got to reach out to us, and we can help get you into a plan that is going to keep you in compliance and protect your home from sheriff's sale. So call us at 215-686-6442 and say, I need to get into a payment plan, or I need help paying my real estate tax bill. You can also email us at revenue@phila.gov. I want to thank you, Kathleen. I know that this is like a totally different format and it's kind of wacky, and we're on Teams calls all day long. But I really appreciate you taking the time for talking to us today.
Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate being able to share this information with everyone, because it is really important. As you said earlier, the funding is super critical to the school district and city services. So thank you.
Absolutely. And for those of you at home, next week, in 2 weeks, we'll be back. And we'll be talking about something really, really important, which are tax refunds, which I think are especially important to lots of folks who, during COVID. So we'll have lots of updates ready, and can't wait to see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.